What's going on, Limeheads? Welcome to another video interview here at everyone's favorite website. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Long Island Music and Entertainment. And today, our very special guest is Via Lena. Via Lena is new to the Long Island music scene. Is that safe to say?
Yeah,
All right. So how are things going so far with it?
everything's going really well.
Okay. How so?
Well, I started working with my producer JP in January. We released an album this past week, right? It was the end of July. And
Congratulations on that.
thank you.
We'll talk more about that in a few minutes, but keep on going.
Yeah, now I've got a band behind me and we're playing shows, so it's going well.
Nice, nice. Now, what kind of music is Via Lena all about?
It's kind of like pop alternative. It gets a little bit rocky when we're
Cool.
playing live with the live instruments. So yeah, that's a little bit of a mix, but it's
All right, cool. Now, tell us more about Via Lena. Tell us, about your previous years and how you got into making music and becoming an artist.
yeah. So I started writing music in high school as part of a project. There was a year-long project that I did, and they pretty much were just like, choose anything you want to do. So I decided to write an EP on GarageBand at the time. This was 2013 is when I started that.
Okay.
And yeah, once I finished that, I got my volleyball coach asked if she could send it to someone. And she sent it to this company called D-Town in the City. And they did movie scoring. They did the Alvin and the Chipmunks, Pitch Perfect, a lot of Disney stuff like Hannah
Oh,
Montana.
wow.
So I went there for a bit and started writing with them. Nothing ever came out of that. I ended up going to SUNY Oneonta for my major was music industry.
Get
And
out of
then
here. You know who else went to SUNY Oneonta?
did you?
I went to Oneonta. Yes, I did.
Yeah, nice. Um, what
Well,
was
what
your?
year? What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2018.
Okay, I was 02.
Okay, cool.
I was the first graduating class in May, and it snowed in Oneonta history.
I believe it.
Yeah.
It's
What high
just
school did
kind
you
of.
go to?
I went to the Ross School, which is a private school in East Hampton, New York.
Okay. That's where you're from? You're from out east over there?
Yeah, I grew up in Bridgehampton.
Wow. Is it busy now? We're in the middle of summer.
Yeah, I don't really go out there anymore. I live in Yaphank now, which is in Suffolk, but it's just like in
Right.
the middle.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I haven't once I moved out, I didn't really go back.
All right.
But yeah, so then I graduated college and I kind of spent 2 years just writing music, but not really doing much else with it. And then I was living upstate for 2 years after graduated, came back down, and then I met JP and started working with him.
Nice. So you loved upstate so much, you stuck it out for another 2 years?
Sort of. I moved to a different part upstate, but
All right. You went to Oneonta all 4 years?
yeah, I got my last year, my second semester. I actually got all of my classes pre-approved, and then I did the classes through Oneonta, but at Suffolk Community College because
Oh,
I
wow.
wanted to get my internship done at the same time, which I was doing in East Hampton. So I would do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in Riverhead for school, and then Tuesday, Thursdays out in East Hampton for my
Wow.
internship.
So you really busted things out then.
Yeah, I really wanted to graduate.
That's cool. How's Brooks Barbecue doing? Have you ever been there in Oneonta?
Yeah, I have. It's doing well. I went there for my graduation. That's where we like went for dinner.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good spot. That was a good spot. All right. So how long have you been singing? Have you been singing since you were a kid, or this is something brand new over the last couple of years?
Well, I grew up. My mom used to play guitar to me, and she would sing too. And then she noticed that I would like to sing along with her, and then I kind of started just. I would sing, but she didn't know that that's what I wanted to do. I don't think I knew that is what I wanted to do for a while. But yeah, you know, I used to have all these cheesy little video games like American Idol on my Wii. So I would learn how to like pitch properly through that. But then I did, middle school and high school, I did a chorus and kind of just
Cool.
like this is my instrument.
All right. Now, who would you say your influences are, or your favorite artist?
Um, I'm not sure who my influences are. I mean, I grew up on the, you know, I grew up with Britney Spears and Eminem.
Okay, all right.
But I also there's an artist. Her name is Karine Bailey Ray, and she had a lot of like acoustic guitar songs, and I think that she's actually probably one of the people that contributed to me wanting to write music. Doesn't sound anything like what I make. It's a lot sweeter and
Right.
a singer songwriter, but I'm not sure where the actual sound comes from.
Okay. Do you play an instrument too? You play guitar?
I learned piano when I was younger. I was classically trained, so I kind of lost all of my skill as a piano player, but I what I retained was, you know, the ear for it. So I use that to produce on my computer. So I don't know how to play guitar or bass or drums or anything like that, but I use my keyboard to produce with those instruments.
Nice. Nice. All right. Now you said a few minutes ago that you just released an EP end of July. Tell us about it. Tell us about any future plans, but definitely tell us about the EP that you just released.
Well, the EP was my senior project. The I just released a full album.
Oh, full
Um,
album. Okay, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
that's okay, but yeah, it's a collection of songs. There's actually a couple that I wrote in high school that I've been sitting on for 9 years. um, and uh, and then there's some, some mostly new ones, but
What's the
yeah,
name of the album?
it's called Nyx. It's Nyx, and it's named after a Greek goddess who represents the contrast between light and dark and day and night.
Very cool.
And yeah, I connected with her a lot. I actually talk about a few Greek gods and goddesses in my song Insomnia, and so yeah, I just felt like it represented. There's a lot of happy songs, and then there's some that are pretty dark.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell us the reasons behind the dark songs, if you can, if you want to.
well, I have a song called "Overcast State of Mind," and that one's it's it's pretty dramatic and dark, especially lyrically. Uh, I talk about getting wrapped up in my own version of reality and my own perspective, which can be a fairly like, um, you know, can get kind of gray and lose color, and I go through like moods and emotions, and
Right.
yeah, there's at one point I'm talking about like with relationships or with anything that I'm interested. I do things really fast, or I come in too hot, and then I'm talking about in the song. I compare it to like an asteroid, so I'm like didn't mean to wipe out the Earth.
So,
It's just like, but it's yeah, it's super
so
dramatic.
there's some. It sounds like there's a lot of creativity behind all these songs.
Yeah, well, I think whenever I songwrite, I think very visually, so it comes out in my lyrics. I think, um, that's my area of
No.
creativity. I'm not creative with everything, but
Uh, how many songs are on the album?
so there's 12 songs altogether. That's it's also including there's an intro that I've wanted to be on an album forever. So I was really happy that I was able to put that on there because it's called Taurus, and I'm a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus
uh,
as well. Look at that. When's your birthday?
Mine's May 6th.
All right, I'm the 12th.
Oh, nice.
It would have been really funny if we had the same birthday. But
Same birthday. I went to the
yeah,
same school.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but then there's also, on the album, there's a remix of the single that I came out with, Insomnia. So there's 12 songs. There's like 10 that we play.
Nice.
11.
Now I know you're fairly new to the scene. Have you played any gigs yet?
Yeah, I just played my album release show at 89 North in Patchogue.
Oh, nice. Okay. How did
Yeah,
that
and
go?
it went really well. I had a lot of support that came, and family and friends.
Very cool.
And yeah, it was great.
Now, was that a show just for the release, or you were just there in support of another act?
There was a few bands that played, but we
It was
kind of like it's
it,
it's
it was
album.
just, it was the show for your release.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Very cool. All right. We're gonna get to some fun questions now. If you could sit down with any music artist to spend the day with, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive? Putting you on the spot here.
Okay. Is it specified whether it's because I would like them as a person or as a songwriter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I would probably want to hang out with Post Malone.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
why Post? Post
Well,
D, I should say.
so I actually wasn't he blew up with White Iverson, and everyone, loved that song, and I didn't really connect with him at that point. It kind of took me a while. But once I started hearing his stuff that was a little bit more like alternative or rock, or he's a really dynamic performer. Like he has, his last album was hip hop and rap, but I feel like most of those songs weren't actually under that genre. I just feel like he just does whatever he feels like doing or connects to. And it seems to me like he's got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
on in his head. So I just think that it would be kind of cool to get his perspective. And I've seen him live. I went to Buffalo to watch him, and he was just up there alone and just looked like he was just having a grand old time, just like having a party, like, but in front of people. And
That's gonna be you one day.
yeah, well, I love his whole attitude. I just think that he's, a fun person. So
Right. Yeah, he definitely looks like a cool person, like outside of what he does. I think if I had to pick someone music wise, dead or alive, I would have to go with someone that unfortunately passed away, and he passed away a few years ago when he took his own life. I'm a big fan of Chester Bennington of Linkin Park.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Chester Bennington was my favorite frontman, so I would do anything to meet that guy. And very very sad when the news broke out, a handful of years ago. So I'm still in disbelief about it, but you
Yeah.
know, all right. Your very first concert, who did you
Very
see?
concert.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Lady Gaga.
Okay. Where did you see her?
In New York, I think it was Madison Square Garden, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think I was 12 or 13, and that was when, that was a while ago now. So, yeah, I went with my mom, her friend, and then my mom's friend's daughter. So it was like two kids, two adults,
Right.
and we dressed up in the weirdest stuff to be supportive of Lady Gaga.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
you gotta tell us. How did you go dressed? You can't just tell us you went dressed weird and not and leave us hanging.
I think I was wearing like some colorful pants with like these weird like ripped leggings over them, and then like some sheer or sparkly shiny shirt with like stuff under it. It was layers of like sparkles and colors and rips.
I'm sure you weren't the only one dressed unique at that show.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. So my first concert, I'll be real shocked if you know who it was, because it's I have some years on you. But my first concert was at Jones Beach. I think it was the summer of 1994, 1995. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh Okay, cool.
You know Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I was a big fan of Hootie and the Blowfish back then, and I'm still a fan of theirs now. So Hootie and the
Cool.
Blowfish was mine. All
Nice.
right. What do you do for fun when music's not on your mind? When you're not creating and singing and performing, what do you like to do for fun?
Um, well, I I was skateboarding.
Oh, nice.
um, but I fell and I got a fracture and three tears.
Hmm.
So I was on crutches for 6 weeks,
Damn.
and and
What?
I had to stop skateboarding.
When did you do that?
Not too long ago, a
Uh,
couple months ago.
oh wow.
Yeah, I was going up. We have the studio that we work out of is JP's studio, Rideway Productions is
Shout
it's
out to JP. I mean, JP is the reason why we're doing this. You know, JP
yeah,
found out about us and he reached out. So, what's up, JP? You know, shout out to you and hope all is well.
yeah. So we go to a studio that's above a bar, so it's got these old creaky stairs that go up. So I was going into the studio. He was, I was like, I want to go as frequently as I can, and he was like, okay, but you're on crutches. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'll get up. I'll get up
Hmm.
the stairs. So there were a couple times where he helped me go up the stairs, struggling with like a big backpack and all my music stuff. Yeah, it was. So anyway, I had to stop skateboarding for a little bit because, I want to be able to play shows and get
Right.
some stuff done.
All right.
Yeah.
That's actually funny that you said that. Well, not funny. You know, we're sorry that you got hurt. But one of the questions or things I wanted to ask you was a funny story that has happened to you. So I guess maybe that was it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, when I fell, I didn't know I hurt myself. I got up and I landed the trick I was trying to, learn, and then I kept skateboarding for a good amount of time. Went to the store, was walking around, and then all of a sudden my knee was like the size of a grapefruit,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, and then for 2 more days I was just like limping to work, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." They were like, "No, you need to go to the doctor."
It's
But yeah,
crazy.
I found out. But yeah.
All right. Like again, earlier we said, you know, we're in the middle of summer here. We just turned the calendar to the second month of summer, August. And you know, any plans for the rest of the summer or anything you did in July that was pretty cool?
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time in July, especially getting to be kind of closer with my band. Right now, I have my drummer, Ryan Birkbeck, and then I've got my bassist is Eugene Ruoff. They're great, and
How did you get your band together? Are they previous friends or how did you connect with all of them?
JP.
Okay.
Yeah, he part of when I met him, I just had my 4 singles out, and I didn't really have anything else. I didn't have shows. I wasn't playing out. Um, so when we started working together, I kind of I've played, I've sang in front of people before at a few different um, things, but I've never played my own music in front of people. So he got me Ryan, my drummer, and then they found Eugene. And but I'm just learning. We're using in ears so I can hear the backtracks, but we also
Okay.
play the live instruments. So it's we're using tracks and instruments. So anyway, my point is that I'm learning a lot of new stuff. I've never worked with a band before. I've never sang in front of people. To
So
be
all
honest,
this singing in front of people and playing with the band, this is all within the last month and a half or so.
yeah, brand new.
Brand new. Okay.
Yeah. So
You
it's
like
been
it?
very exciting past couple months. Yeah, I love it. When the first time I heard my songs being played by other people, I was like, that was probably one of the happiest moments because
Right.
I've never had anyone else, do anything with my songs. So
Right.
having people
Must be
that,
a great feeling.
yeah, having people that are willing to play them and like enjoy doing it is really awesome. And then
Well,
playing,
hopefully it's just the beginning,
yeah,
and then it only gets better from here on out.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, so once again, we're here with Via Lena. Via Lena is a brand new artist that you should definitely check out. And right now, we're going to put Via in the limelight. Via the limelight is a chance where you can plug your social media, your website, where you can find your album or download it. And the limelight is all yours. Take it away.
Thank you. So Via Lena, you can find me on Instagram at Hi It's Via. All of my social media is pretty much Hi It's Via. I've got, TikTok and Twitter. Right now, I have my link to all of everything you can possibly find on me on my Instagram, but you can find me on Apple Music or Spotify or any streaming service under Via Lena.
Awesome, awesome. And I forgot to mention, I always do this at the beginning of the limelight, and I apologize to our sponsor, Wrestling POV. Wrestling POV is the sponsor of the limelight. So if you're watching this video and you're a professional wrestling fan, I don't know, Via, if you are a professional wrestling fan, but if you're not, and or if you are, I should say, and you're watching this video, check them out, Wrestling POV. They are the best in the business. Once again, our special guest is Via Lena on with us, and you guys should definitely check her out. Brand new artist, and thank you so much for taking time out and chatting with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.